Hello, I will now introduce uh, my own Star Reader 101. So I'm full into stars, like astronomy, like constellation patterns, and so on and so on, and so on and so on. And my my second interest is religions and history. And also, like when I was a young boy, I always wanted to be archaeology archaeologist. My English is very bad, I'm sorry. I'm native Finnish, so that's why I my English pronunciation is like really bad. But uh, these three are like my passions: history, mythology, folklore, and like star reading. And well, it's I have all also like this like fascination has been to me to kind of like figure out, is Jesus like a miracle maker, B, historical figure, or C, mythological figure. So I I just miracles never gonna happen, and history and mythos, let's say it like that. It's it's kind of hard, but during like my own research, like you can say that most of modern Jesus depictions are based on, I don't remember the dude's name, but Leonardo da Vinci made some canons for that guy, so there is huge kind of like influence between that. Oh, I don't remember the guy name, but anyway, that's not. We will talk about Leonardo da Vinci maybe someday. There is that mystical Salvador Mundi painting, what is really interesting because I have interesting theories about that painting. But yeah, and well, when I'm gonna present my Star Reader 101, you will kind of like see something interesting maybe. So this is like cosmic pattern in myth and Milky Way. So I like comparing mythologies, and also I like compare like archaeological findings, and like also kind of like it's cool when we see something like that fits the motifs of like those ancient legends from like Hinduism, from Norse mythos. So it's kind of like there are similarities, but then there are like differences also, and those similarities kind of like struck to me, and I have been so, I have been into this so long that like there is so much. My like cell phone is filled with dumb information about this. But and like all this is, I kind of like only do it for fun. This is I am not this is not like my field of expertise. I'm self-educated myself to this. it's my point. I did one course of modern, like modern history and like uh, before modern, where we drop kind of like line and those that kind of thing. But yep, but so this booklet is my introduction to reading the night sky through myth, like I kind of like explained, because when I kind of like see, well, we're gonna we need to cut something about something, some things. Yeah, I'm gonna start again. Action. Forward. This booklet is my introduction to reading the night sky through myth. It connects star pattern like Cygnus, aka the Northern Cross. If you know Zeitgeist, there is this theory that the Southern Cross, so not a Northern Cross, but a Southern Cross, is somehow linked to Jesus crucifixion and so on, and to the solstices and that kind of thing. But that's like dumb to say that it's southern, because you cannot see it in the northern side of the globe. But what if it's not like there is so few that say this information, but like there is a huge cross in the sky. Like, yeah. Jesus Christ was crucified by Romans, and they mocked him by crowning fucking snakes in his head, or thorn of crowns. But yeah, patterns like Cygnus, Pegasus next to Cygnus, Aquila also next to Cygnus, and Milky Way path with stories from different cultural, biblical, Greek, Norse, Finnish, Hindu, and more. The idea is not that one culture copied another, so that is kind of like this is comparing. So we are not kind of like, because we are breaking kind of like culture and everything kind of like to this little mosaic and putting kind of like pieces and lines together. So it's more like emetic than ethics. But it's like more like if you want to dive into the culture, then it's like you need to kind of like analyze it from only for that culture. But when you take the broader view, then it's like you can make this kind of shit. Yeah, but yeah, the idea is not that one culture copied another, but that the people everywhere looked up, saw the same stars, and wove them into their sacred stories. That's like there is way better videos that kind of like goes to comparing, like explaining those connection, like you know the idea of afterlife example, like heaven or reincarnation, or then there is like heavenly gate that is waiting you in the heaven, or if you're a bad guy you go to the underworld, and like why why is the question, why there is a gate, or then it's a stairway or ladder, or bird gonna bring babies to your doorstep, and Valkyries that are named like swans are gonna carry the warrior souls to the heaven. Swahilda, I think that was the one that is. And well, in Voluspa, poetries, they are good stories. Yes, blah blah blah. So, table of context, I'm gonna like show the night sky, what I see, and I have some kind of like reverence. And there is like the 5 lesson. There is more like I have like the Michael casting down Satan and Apollo playing Marsyas, and then they said why there is this battle between good and evil, or like the younger and older, and then the older is like, I have more expertise than you, and then he's like, or then the good and evil. Yep, but that's kind of like that. It's not here that I just talk about, but table of content is here. Did I already say this? I don't know. But like lesson 1, Heavenly Chariot. Lesson 2, Cross and 4 Corners. Lesson 3, Summer and Winter Triangles. Like if these don't say anything to you, I recommend to go to YouTube and watch some kind of 1 minute video where you can see these and what they talk about these. Maybe. But you can see also the some kind of star map in here also. Lesson 3, Katri, Thread of Fate, and lesson 3, Golden Fleece, Sacred Gates, Closing Line. So lesson 3, Heavenly Chariot. The stars can be read as great wagon or divine vehicle rolling along the Milky Way. This is kind of like, well, because this is AI made, like composition. I don't know even is that a word, but well, Apollo Solar Chariot is easier, and well, there is chariot rider, like Santa Claus is one living example that gives people gifts, and there is like the kind of like pattern, like you can see my cursor. So this is kind of like I use Stellarium here, and this is just one Greek face picture. It's either Apollo or Python. I think that is Python. But there is the, I don't even know how the original story went. But if you see, there is this little nice detail here where the arm of this dude connects to this horse. And this is kind of like, you can see this like everywhere. There is also this like 4-man, because the fucking horse makes a really big rectangular form in the and this is like, when you look the real thing, this is very not good. This fucking line here, this river, it's fucking huge. So this is kind of like really, well, you can see like it's almost like from other way to the other way, almost. No, it goes like here. So it's full night sky picture. But like you can see, there is this one dude. You start in here and then you connect. Well, I have drawn it from head to fucking leg, but you go from the arm and you connect to that really nicely, and then you have the 4 dots. Din 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 din. And then, well, I just, because the Taurus looks like it's a man with legs, so that's why I painted, because I have some, like, because I'm Finnish, there is one lullaby, tuu tupakkarulla, like come tupakkaroll, because like when you like put you baby to sleep, it looks like it's rolled in yeah. cut Never. One day, let's go. But yeah, there is this Finnish like the song goes like, like you have the heavenly gate here, like from other side to the other side, and you have hook below, wheel on top, bear skin is here on top of the cave. And yeah, here you can see like the cross and the crown of thorns, or Dionysus crown of snakes, and like how many crowns there are, I don't even know. Those two are like my way to go. There is similarities. Yeah. Mm, but that's kind of like that. Also, this, because I'm Finnish, there is the word for sun is aurinko, and this constellation is Auriga. So the etymology of the Finnish word aurinko, sun, is unknown. But maybe because this is like a sun, it's a dark sun. Maybe it can be like, the thing is, when doing this kind of comparison, there is like a lot, and I will take as critic that my kind of like take is way broad, but there is interesting resonance between cultures. But yeah, and also like I will say, because I don't think this is not well, Chris on the cross thrown in the Revelation for like in the Revelation it's like kind of like clear, because in Revelation you have like, before Jesus is coming, you have four horsemen that come before, and then you have Jesus like a sword, because it's a cross like this, but when you turn it around you have like bow, or you have a sword. It's like, duh, it's dumb, but like it's neat. But like, yeah, Jesus is like sword, and like he's holding seven stars in his other arm, and like this, there is arm, and you go there is the seven stars. It's now behind this picture, but Ursa Major, seven stars. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. Like, that's neat connection. Yeah, I also talked about this really much, like lot. So so here is like some references, and also because I just explained the the connection to Bible. This is from Laskov Cave, and like look this. There is a cross, and there is a connection of horse and this, and we really cannot tell what it is. What it is. I have like full analysis on Laskov Cave. If somebody want to hear about it. But like, I'm just saying. It's kind of like repeating. It's kind of like repeating. And there is like this more modern, like from 17. Who the fuck was this fucking artist? I'm fucking recording, and I'm looking fucking Wikipedia for sources. Giovanni Battista Tiepolo, 1731. Man, I should have like got it like that. But also you can see also, well, this is only what like close up from, because I wanted to highlight this. There is like river that turns into cloud and goes a circle and turns into pillar and like goes around again. And you have like this. There is this nice little shield. Shield. And you have the horse. Horse here. And you have one above angel and one below angel. One below one above. It's like, and this is the, I told the Apollo playing Martius and uh, Michael casting Satan to hell and Väinämöinen in Kalevala singing Joukahainen below the swamp with her thunder sword with golden hilt. That is also an arrow. Interesting. It's poem 3 from Kalevala, pretty end. So if you wanna look at that up. But yeah. Then we have triangles. So two great triangles frame the Milky Way: summer triangle, Vega de Altair, and winter triangle. Sirius, Procco, and Bell. Like these are the triangles that you can. Well, it's good if you like to stargaze to know what you are looking, because then you can see how they move during the year. Because there are like a lot of like friends of mine that say that like it's the like Polaris like a really bright star, like no, it's like 50 below, so like something 50-60, and like Sirius brightest, and like in summer triangle Vega is the brightest, and is Vega like seventh brightest star in the galaxy, like in the night sky. And like this is gonna be my big story, because this is why I really much like why I deep dive this, because this is not even like explained. This is like, we can say kind of like what they resemble, but we cannot like say anything about the like what is the meaning of it. And that's why this is kind of like interesting, because we can see kind of like similar patterns to somewhere else, like last week, and I listened like or read some Shaki like in the Siberian like traditional like stories. Valdemar. It's there was two expedition like 1900 and one 15 years earlier, and like there is like children dead with 3 arms in both hand, and interesting references. Oh yeah, yeah. I just I didn't even read. Oh, and yeah, Trinities, Hindu, Christian, like I can say like Jewish flag, three triangles. Winter is dark and summer is bright. And the combination is that. And usually, like in the Chucky, and this is not native, they are from Russia. Like usually the winter, there is like winter lady, and from the Hossa also the Cape paints. Like yeah, they are old. Uh, Maybe something like 300 to 400 years old. Maybe older, we really cannot tell. But like here, you can. I have like put some thing, because this is not my information. They are like these are like two only triangle headed like head. There is like this weird shaman dude here, and like the other man is depicted with a swan. With the swan, like Orpheus also like turned it into swan in the mythos, and like well, Orpheus was this lyra player and lyre player, and Väinämöinen is also like singing and playing with his awesome riffs. And the lady, he's like missing an eye, like Odin reference also. Like, isn't he like one-eyed also? And like there is like blood coming from this area here, and like you can see like there is the winter triangle, and like Orion, like yeah, Egyptian, like penis missing myths I can get. But this can be also like the skirt, and like there is coming these kind of things, I think, out. Terrible past. Yeah, that's kind of like, because this basically brings something, and this is like you can find triangle head forms like in other places also, and it's, well, Trinity in Christianity also. Is it like this? But then there is also like, when we go to the religion, there is also the like, well, fundamental way to think about it, or like more that there is also the, even though the story is told by maybe following this narrative of cosmic like play, there is still the like teaching behind them. So this is not trying to kind of like take that away, because I like moral teaching also in these texts and stories. That's also part of those stories. But but still, yes. I think that there is this. Well, Christmas tree. Well, there is many trees, also like bridges, like pillars, and like there is this void between, like in the constellation Perseus, like there is this black hole, and like you like there is Aga in the wheel. It's like, look, when it's like 3-dimensional. Ooh, and like you have like Chinese also like phoenix birds, like firebirds carry 10 sun uh, to between like realms. Oh, yeah. Like they fly over the tree of life or tree of wisdom, I don't know, some kind of mystical tree, and they reincarnate in the end, and then the other sun is born, and it flies through this tree, and you know, then they all 10 suns kind of like want to go to the go to the sky together, and then the legendary archer, I think that it's last like Hui E or something, kills 9 and leaves only 1, and that's why we have only 1 sun. And like this is also like the, now you can see the Tukakarulla lullaby more clearly. Like here is the hook. Haka alla, pyörä päällä. Karhut taalia portin päällä. Hook below, wheel on top. You have the dust of the Milky Way here. Bear skin on top of the gate. Unlike, you know, Argonauts, Golden Fleece, it's like, is it like hanging in the tree? Also, you have Jack and the Beanstalk. The hero goes to the giant land and comes back with the golden fleece, a golden squeeze, or some kind of bird. And harp, golden harp, and yeah. Show. Also flaming words like Arthur, legendary sword. It's stuck in the stone, like in this picture. It's almost stuck, and like he's the only one who can pull it out, and he's gonna be a king because he has a crown. And there is the like head and cap, like gnome hat. Yeah, closing line. different mast, same sky. If you have something to add, I think that I'm pretty happy how I presented this. Yeah, it's like the Alaska. I do this kind of thing. Like, this is all like AI. I'm gonna use like soda something. Yeah. Keep the evidence first and later. Eli I want my kind of like hypothesis, but I have like this library where I kind of like try to kind of see what fits and what is not fitting. And there is like this, and this is kind of like because well I can see, but there is like this pattern of rectangular form in Lascaux. Here are some links. Lascaux, pretty old, and like the whole cave is like it's really nice design because there is like the below one there is like this there is like weird there is like not human drawn, but there is this like bird man with wounded bison. It's like the shaft. There is like this decent tree bird thing going on. Like Hall of Bull Don's map. This is like cool website. But like here you can see there is like I have just saying 4 dots and cross. And then when you go this way, like in a line, you will. Oh no, you cannot see it because oh no, I'm recording. Well, well, shit happens. Not gonna bother. Maybe next time.